As those hot summer months continue to creep closer and closer, a whole lot of us start to daydream about relaxing near the water without a care in the world. In this video, we're going to explore some of the most amazing hard-to-find swim spots around. Before we dive in, why don't you get your toes wet by clicking on the subscribe button and that gray notification bell? That way, you'll never miss out on another one of our amazing videos. Invisipools. It's summertime. You're hosting an outdoor event on your stone patio, and everyone's having a great time. There's food and music and pretty much everything you'd want in a summertime cookout. Everything except a nice, relaxing pool. Well, luckily, you have an ace up your sleeve. With the flip of a hidden switch, your stone patio suddenly begins to shift, spin, and sink, all the while filling up with gorgeous filtered pool water. This, my friends, is the magic of the Invisipool water pool system. Originally starting as hidden pools in California, one of the companies pioneering this technology now goes by the name Invisipools. Obviously, the biggest perk of installing a hidden pool is the sheer amount of space it saves you, which comes especially handy during the off-season and makes entertaining much easier. Not only that, but imagine the look on your guests' faces when you first flip that switch and the patio suddenly transforms into a usable swimming pool. Another major benefit of this particular hidden pool system is the fact that these articulate between modes instead of utilizing a trapdoor method that could potentially trap someone underneath. We're not saying it's going to happen, just thinking safety first. Tosua Ocean Trench, Samoa. With its stark contrast of deep jungles and delectable cerulean, Tosua Ocean Trench in Samoa, which literally translates to big hole, looks like something straight out of James Cameron's Avatar. Although there is a nominal entry fee for adults of $15 and $6 for children, this swimming hole is absolutely worth it, if only for the experience, let alone the fabulous water. Located just inside the nearby Lotofaga Lodge, the Upuli Island in Samoa, this natural marvel was formed by a fascinating series of volcanic events. Millions of years ago, as the island's formative volcanoes erupted up from the sea, they formed massive hollow lava tubes, many of which have caved in. This 98-foot deep hole is one of those volcanic remnants. The pool is fed by a series of canals leading out to the South Pacific Ocean, which means there is never a shortage of water, and you'll find yourself swimming alongside a wide variety of curious tropical fish. For those who are especially brave, Tosua Ocean Trench does offer some impromptu jumping spots, just as long as the tide is high enough. If you're looking for a real thrill, you can even swim through the subterranean tunnels all the way out to the Pacific Ocean. Sliding lawn pool. Similar to the other hidden pools, this sliding lawn pool caught our attention mostly because of the story behind its creation and the man who designed it. Let's be honest, who hasn't wanted to embark on an incredibly over-the-top DIY project, only to realize you're in way too deep and eventually give up? For most of us, the extent of that project is usually nothing more than trying to build our own laundry room. For engineer and backyard enthusiast Gil Clark, however, that dream was to construct a fully functional backyard pool, hidden behind a mechanical sliding AstroTurf platform. This thing looks like it could be straight out of a James Bond film. Now all we need is some freaking sharks with laser beams. Not only did Gil go to the insane lengths to actually construct this technological marvel, but he also dutifully documented each step of the process, and used some pretty solid camera work, if we might say so ourselves. While the pool itself doesn't look quite that deep, it's still a massive space saver for what looks like a pretty tight space to begin with. If we had a pool contraption like that, we might not even swim in it. It'd be too much fun pulling that lever and laughing maniacally as our evil plots unfold. Falls of Lana, Salisbury, Vermont. To reach this stunning secluded swimming spot, you'll have to first be okay with a little bit of hiking. Located in Salisbury, Vermont, the Falls of Lana are the shining jewel of the Green Mountain National Forest. The uppermost horsetail of the falls snakes its way down through a gorge into a jaw-dropping, surprisingly deep natural pool. To reach it, you must cross several handmade bridges and then carefully scale your way down a wild but sturdy mountain goat trail. With almost no strong current to speak of, this first pool is almost always bathed in total sunlight, as the solid rocks of the cliff provide little for trees to hold on to. Luckily, if you find yourself roasting in the Vermont summer sun, the mountain runoff pools provide a crisp but welcome cool, no matter the time of year. The falls continue to horsetail and cascade all the way to the base of the mountain, with secluded holes to dip into along the way. If you have an adventurous nature, You might need to budget out a large chunk of time in order to fully explore the dizzying variety of nooks and crannies that many visitors have likely missed during their visits. Twinscape hydro floors. For those of us who are into searching for something a little more luxurious, you need to look no further than hydrofloor pools by Twinscape. Since its founding in 2007, this Californian company has brought unparalleled expertise to some of the finest houses and locations all around the globe. Twinscape specializes in engineering truly unique and beautiful solutions in order to maximize the client's space. By blending innovative design and elegant functionality, they strive to always meet their own industry-leading standards and, of course, exceed the expectations of their clients. These guys take the ideas behind some of the other entries on the list and give them the Hollywood treatment. Highlights of their work include stunning full-size pools that simply melt into exquisite stonework. One of the best parts of being incredibly wealthy is that you are able to exercise the freedom to imagine your home in whatever ways you like. The award-winning project in London, for example, began with the dream of a space that could be used for both entertaining guests and taking a dip. Seeing this room in party mode, you would never guess the secrets it's hiding, and that is exactly what sets Twinscape so far apart from the competition. Social Pool Mojave Desert. It's a hot summer day, and you're desperate for any water to cool off. In the distance, you see a small pool. Are your eyes deceiving you? But this desert oasis tucked into a 25,000 square mile Southern California desert is no mirage. Do you dare to wander aimlessly looking for Social Pool, created by artist Alfredo Barsuglia, in search of this hidden gem? Barsuglia claims that the actual experience of searching for this public pool is more rewarding than the cooling waters of the pool itself. Try telling that to the exhausted adventurer in need of a cool down. But hold on. Before you wander off into the deadly Mojave Desert, you'll need to get a key and GPS coordinates from the Mack Center for Art and Architecture. We promise this is not merely a plot to trick you into visiting a museum. Once you have the coordinates and key, you're ready to go. Just make sure you bring your GPS and walking shoes. Will your social pool trip take a while? According to Barsuglia, it requires several hours of driving from LA, plus a willingness to walk a long distance to reach the pool. Count us in. We'll see you at the pool. Hidden Beach, Marietta Islands, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. No, this isn't a space hangar on Tatooine or Mos Espa in the Star Wars universe. This is actually a very real picture of a very real beach in Mexico. Playa del Amor, also known as Hidden Beach, is located on the Marietta Islands just west of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The swimming hole is completely invisible from the surrounding terrain, thanks to the surrounding canopy that covers it. Sua Ocean Trench in America, Samoa, is believed to have been formed by ancient volcanic disturbances. It is believed that this famed hole was created because of deliberate human bombing. Around the dawn of the 20th century, the Mexican government selected Marietta Islands as their primary site for testing munitions, as they were far enough away from any major population centers. Since the Mexican government officially designated the islands as a national park in 2005, tourists can now embark on their adventures to the Hidden Beach by taking the 1-hour boat ride from Puerto Vallarta. One of the major draws of this beach is that it is only accessible by swimming or kayaking through a massive subterranean water tunnel. Upon emerging, you can enjoy the beach in the shade or sweltering sunlight, thanks to the lush canopy above. We won't blame you if you lose track of time, as this beach is one of the most secluded spots in the world. Rooftop Mountain, Beijing, China. Don't you hate having to wait for the elevator? Imagine the frustration of some of the residents of this particular skyscraper in Beijing, China, as one eccentric millionaire spent 6 years secretly constructing a massive artificial mountain villa on the top floor. Professor Zhang Lin spent a fortune shifting rocks and rubble up to the roof in order to create this mountaintop penthouse, complete with a rocky mountain garden, entertaining spaces, live trees, and most importantly, a pool. While this pool hasn't exactly been documented, due to the bizarre circumstances of this incredibly illegal estate, we can't help but fantasize about what it must have been like to emerge from the elevator and teleport back in time. Residents of the apartment building described Professor Zhang Lin as a menace after cracks and leaks began to appear all throughout his apartment block. Shockingly, Mr. Lin never actually received planning permission or permits for his extension project and was ordered to demolish the entire structure after the local planning board deemed it to be unsafe. And just like that, in just 15 days, the dream that took 6 years to secretly build was completely dismantled. The dream of a rooftop mountain spring pool, however, lives deep within our hearts and minds. Queen's Bath, Princeville, Hawaii. The Queen's Bath is one of Princeville's favorite and most famous summertime attractions. In order to reach this secluded swim spot, you must travel past scenic waterfalls and over rocky plains of lava rock. Only a bit further behind the lava, you'll discover the baths. Similar in size to a swimming pool, the Queen's Bath is a natural tidal pool, so you can expect to share your swim time with the local flora and fauna as the warm Pacific water spills over the lava rocks to refresh the pool. Don't let the serene beauty of the baths fool you, however. The Queen's Bath, much like any other ocean attraction found throughout Hawaii, should be approached with caution and respect. The surf between the months of October and May is exceptionally treacherous and known for dangerous swells, with accounts of people being swept right off the rocks. Just the difference between a few feet in the local tide can mean the difference between the pools being a gentle, relaxing paradise and raging out as an agent of the very vengeful Poseidon. If you can find the pools on a good day, though, count your lucky stars, because you're in for a treat that can't be matched almost anywhere else on Earth. Homestead Crater, Midway, Utah. One of the unique activities found at Homestead Resort in Homestead, Utah, is a stunning one-of-a-kind Homestead crater. Fed by a geothermal spring, the beehive-shaped crater can be found hidden 55 feet below the surrounding limestone and is just a short walk from the nearby resort. The crater has been slowly forming over the past 10,000 years, starting when melting snow from the nearby Wasatch Mountain range seeped into a massive reservoir 2 miles beneath the Earth. As the Earth's mantle slowly heated the reservoir, it pushed upwards, picking up various minerals and depositing them along the way. These limestone deposits eventually came to form the shell of the Homestead crater. This gorgeous swimming spot is illuminated by the small opening near the top, but the real treat comes from the geothermally heated water, which is consistently 90 to 96 degrees year-round. If swimming isn't your thing, many guests of the local resort are known to enjoy self-guided tours where they can soak up the rich geological history of this fascinating place. While the original explorers had to rappel down the entrance of the crater, guests can actually reach the water by accessing a man-made tunnel that winds through the surrounding rock. Well, here they are, 10 of the world's most amazing hidden pools. Do you have any favorite swimming spots that we might have missed? Tell us about them in our comment section. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to The Hub for more great content every day. We'll see you next time.